anytime they give me a chance to make a video about how they torture women and children, I'll bring it up because I want them to put their effort in negating that. Today and a lot of days they try to paint that what's happening to me is this group of feminists. This trash say even they're Me Too. So disgusting because in this program there's a lot of women dying, being tortured. Many women, all races. Not only women but children. They say things about it. They testify. So to present this trash and their fierce feminine and how angry they are, it's so fucking it's such a facade. It's so disgusting. There's a lot of women, okay? But to use the facade of this feminist is disgusting. What you're seeing here, they even have the audacity to just like, yeah, it's not Me Too. It's like trash. That's for all the women dying and suffering in this program, killing themselves, going through all this horrible damn self and the children they're with. She's gonna let that fucking nastiness be presented. So to try to, now I learned the terminology. Honestly, I've been like, using ChatGPT to understand the terminology I should be used. This is what you call facade maintenance. What is it? Is they want to present the facade that they are just some protectors of women. They're just some fierce anger, just rage. They're protecting children and women, and they're not manipulating the brain, and they just rage. They want here protecting to children and women. No, that's not what they do. What they do is they're torturing women and children, and in the program they're in, they want to negate how they torture women and children when they do that to me. And they do everything possible to make me subscribe to this manipulation. Because in this program, they can access the brain and manipulate the brain the way they want it. So they can make you have emotion, stimulation, sensation, and even more than that, thought process and all kinds of things. So, how are people who want to present themselves as protectors of children going to present themselves? What they're going to do? They're going to force you to have sexual stimulation. They're going to stimulate you. To children. You've seen a lot of my videos. Especially, you've seen my videos of black little girls. They do this, I have videos, if you go type in black little girls, you'll see. They do this manipulation and then try to make me identify with this, whatever rationality they try to make me implant in my brain. No, we map to you when you're a child, remember what you did. And matter of fact, earlier on, they were talking about my fool and all that. They try to exaggerate what I did as a child. They try to, every day there's like disgustingness of like what they try to make me think and exaggerate to make me subscribe of how they are manipulating me. It's not manipulation, but it's something else but the manipulation that they can force target individual to have. So because it's validated that they told these mean things to women and children, and I was putting that in their faces, and they still try to rely on this feminism, that it's not fake, it's not real. Sorry, they make me say it's not fake. That it's not real. It's a facade. Of course, this is no feminism kind of Me Too thing. There's so many black women and white women and all kind of women die in this program. It makes no sense. Clearly, you know what they start saying? It's a portal. It's the portal where we don't torture women and children. It's trash. And the validations are majestic. A woman like Ella is an outspoken black woman who's successful, very successful, a big deal. An executive here in New York City, by the way. Before she got ran out of here, and now she's all living in different hotel rooms in different places. She's originally from New York, or she lived in New York for a long time. You can see these videos of her being forced to be thrown in a psych ward, because this is the kind of woman who's very vocal. She's not the kind of just pacific kind of woman. She's gonna be outspoken. And then it doesn't do well in this program, because when you speak up more likely to be quiet down. But she's a big deal, so they put her in a psych ward, and now she's somewhere in different state of the country. But one thing she says she does bring the awareness. There's a lot of black women being targeted. There's a lot of targeted individuals who are black women. So the trash in front of me, walking with this anger and all that, think I'm gonna forget this. There's a lot of women, not just black women, but she calls out black women as a black woman. So I was like, you guys are a bunch of low-life frauds that torture women and children all around the world. Listen to that. I was blasting that over and over and over, opening the door of my apartment, exposing this trash like this is reality. I knew. Then I opened my YouTube. It's like, oh, I know I'm going to see an ad with children there. I know for a fact. You know why? Because they need to maintain the facade. And why am I scared to see an ad with children? Because they're gonna stimulate me. They meaning this purpose, this program. They're gonna manipulate my brain to have sexual stimulation and act like they're protecting children. So they did stimulate me toward these babies and act like they're mapping. That's what they do. They stimulate me and they say, "Oh, we're mapped." Instead of like, we map your brain so we can stimulate you to have this sensation and stimulation. And they use very childish people, right? And then they come in all shape or form. They have mapped the human brain to the point where they can make you have stimulation, sensation, however they want. They can make you have the arousals whenever they want you to have arousal, sexual arousal of all this disturbing level. And then they try to gaslight you. With me, black little girls, if you go watch my videos, they do that a lot. And then try to make me think you felt like that when you were a kid. We mapped it because remember what you did as a kid. It's like, I'm a grown adult. You think I'm going to subscribe to what you do to me today as a grown man? As if you're not manipulating me and tell me it's me as a child? You who do this to women and children? Sorry, to women? Torture children? You torture children? Harming children? Torturing children? That you're going to hear? I knew. So they stimulate me. I was like, I knew they're going to do that. My friend, the stimulation is so intense right now. They're still doing it because what? They're still trying to bring that facade. And they're trying to maintain the facade. Yes, you're going to stimulate me every time I see black little girls. I've been making a lot of videos. Today, even right now, they try to mess with me because I do this thing called reality check. And I said, yeah, I knew they're going to stimulate me when I saw black little girls. I saw black little girls, they stimulate me. I said, oh, they, like the black little girls, you saw them and you got stimulated by they. I was like, trash. I said, no, you manipulate my brain, stimulate me. This program stimulate me. I was like, no, you mean they, as in that just trash ass. In the game they play. Thank God I've been making videos for decades, huh? No, sorry, not decades. For years. Since 2020, saying all the time how they play with my libido. I have video about like libido manipulation. Literally. Saying they stimulate me. So right now they're trying to create mental battles. Like, oh, no. Those black little girls, you use them to play and act like you protect children because you are forcing me to get sexual stimulation via the technology that make you have sexual stimulation to these babies. And then you try to cover up how you torture children by forcing me to get sexual stimulation toward children. How they torture children. Listen to this black woman. I love the fact that it's been so validated. And they even say, oh, I love black girls. This is a woman. I don't know if she has kids. Are they girls? Are they boys? Who knows? She has children. She not only specified that they can make her experience all kind of emotion or having feelings that they can make her have by controlling her mind. But she says on top of that, my kids, the black kids, are they black girls? Are they black boys? Who knows? Are getting tortured like that. In one testimonial, she validates that they can manipulate her brain, and then she validates that they torture children. In one testimonial. I love those kind of testimonials. And they're like, with debates, like, debate that what? You torture children. That you don't manipulate the brain. That you don't abuse and torture children. Delusional clowns. Oh, you want me to debate that it's me when I was a kid, but you guys don't torture children. Yeah, okay, let's debate. You who don't torture children, who don't access the brain and manipulate the brain. I'll debate with you. Thank you, God. I'll never let them lift the fantasy. And this is the ad, by the way. They even now still stimulating me. Actually, let me not even add the ad right now. I'll put it maybe later on because the stimulation right now is so intense. They're forcing me to have this nasty stimulation. They are forcing me to have this nasty stimulation. Because they're trying to maintain the facade of protectors of black little girls. When there's a woman talking about her children, her black kids being tortured, and the girls or boys, who knows. So I knew that they wanted to maintain the facade. There will be some children there. Matter of fact, I was like, I went so fast, boom, boom, I got out. Right? Out of because it's on the YouTube, right? On the top of the YouTube page, there's usually an ad. So I opened the YouTube, like, oh, there's probably going to be children there. I got out immediately. But I was like, maybe, like maybe I'm not right. Maybe there's no children. Because even there, even before I saw anything, I get like stimulation before I saw children. So I didn't know what I saw. I was like, did they just stimulate me just to mess with me, or they're just children there? And when I mean they, it's this trash involved in the program that manipulate the brain. So I go back, and it was actually, and I wasn't fast enough to just take the picture. It was two black look. I was like, oh, of course, that was so obvious. To try to make me subscribe to this, I was like, okay, yeah, Façade Maintenance. That's what they call it. They try to still present themselves as that. Never gonna let this low life. And they call it their war, by the way. Huh? When they torture children, never. Let's go outside. You clearly don't torture children. Listen to this. And you clearly don't torture.
So, we've spoken a few times. I'm going through the same thing. Our situations are a little different. So, I have the full-blown artificial telepathy. You're definitely receiving broadcasts because I've seen it in your photos. And, isn't it strange that sometimes you could feel some type of way that's not your feelings?
Yeah, they do that a lot. Can project anger, fear, and weird feelings. They can do pretty much anything that has access to the brain or to the mind.
Right.
Not just me, but I have children, and so my children are able to say certain things, like they can feel certain things.
Right.
Zaps on their body. So it's a really good thing that you were able to depict it in the pictures, and that you're able to see the remote